Hello, my dear Cancers. I'm so happy to have you here today. We're going to go through a medicine wheel spread. So it goes from the past, within, above, and forward. So in my view, it goes clockwise, but yours may be flipped. But this spread originated with this deck here, Sacred Path Cards by Jamie Sams. So just a special thanks to her. And I have since renovated the spread to add more layers to it, but we will start with these orange cards here, which are those that came from that spread. So going into your past here, we have sacred space. So that self-respect, boundaries, doing your own healing journey, things like that, or what you've already done and accomplished. And now your mindset is on your hour of power. So on your ability to create through a ritual of joy. And I love that word ritual. It's like a habit. It's a reoccurring intention. So your cognitive sort of suggestion here on what to focus on is going to be making joy a priority, and making it a priority again and again, and really choosing that upward motion. You know, the astrologers right now are talking about the age of Aquarius and this grand conjunction between Jupiter and Saturn, and both of those planets together in the night sky are going to be completely, to the naked eye, aligned. So it will literally be that we have a Star of Bethlehem this year, and it's absolutely beautiful because the 2012 prophecies of the Mayans it line up perfectly with this winter solstice of 1221, and they thought it was going to be in 2012, but we as civilized society adopted a new calendar in 1500 AD, which lost us 8 years. So we actually are living in the prophesied 2012 awakening, and it's nothing to be afraid of. We have all of these messages coming in from the spirit realm saying to trust, saying that this new age, this new dawn is going to be very beautiful. So we have this retreat here, and the other signs have been getting these cards too. They're kind of ghostly ghost cards, as people call them, that kind of follow us. And it could just be the year that we're having. I mean, it's quite obvious, right? We're all hunkered in inside, doing a retreat, kind of having that hermit energy, but then also doing this inner work. And how interesting is it that this inner work, this spiritual awakening, is so powerful? It is so powerful in terms of what we're able to do. So it's a very beautiful thing to be focusing on. And it's going to lead you into your future over here to the medicine wheel, which is what we're doing here. And as you can see, she's sitting in the middle of this medicine wheel to do the this awakening, or to, you know, it's whatever you believe in. I'm not here to tell you what to believe, but we have this gorgeous sacred spiral here, and it's something that goes hand in hand throughout all of the cultures of all the world. You know, we have the medicine wheel, and then we have the wheel of the year. We have the Wiccan and the pagan wheels, you know, the wheel of fortune, and then we have the I Ching of the Chinese cultures, everything with the yin and yang. I mean, it all fits together. So isn't it interesting how all of those cultures have the same consensus? And that consensus is the cycles and the movement and the sacred spiral is going to assist us, not make us feel as though we are running up a slippery slope, which could be what we're feeling, but instead focusing on the fact that every step makes us stronger, right? I know, very cliche of the reader to say. So we have this beautiful understanding in the center here. And I think it was Gemini who had this exact same card here. And this is a greater understanding. I mean, we're going from dark to light, from past to future, and you're on this path, you're on this cycle. So it's this really gorgeous, you know, epiphany that's going on, because down here our word is understanding. So understanding your spot on the ladder, and you know, as they say, whatever spot you hold on the ladder, whether it's up or down, your position is shaky. And I'm really feeling that here for you, that there's some grounding work that's being called upon, but also, I mean, these are very similar too. It's like you're you're finding that power within you. You're finding your ability to manifest, to move forward, and to have intention behind it. So let's look here at your Lenormand card. These are just um, going from left to right in a sentence. So again, you may be mirror imaged, but we have the clovers to begin. Then we have the fish, beautiful. The sun, so positive. The lilies, or the bouquet. These were upside down, so they're actually, this is the tulip, so they're just called the flowers. And then we have the polar bear here, which is the great bear. So there's strength here. There is so much strength here. So the clovers are all about instantaneous relief. So a little bit like this here. They are like kind of this magical plant, right? And everything can eat it. We can eat it. They have 4-leaf clovers sometimes, which are lucky. And they're very short-lived. They bloom and then they die and they're gone for the season. So this is about celebrating what you see already. This is about celebrating your wins and paying homage to how far you've come. And that leads us here to financial abundance, which may be on the mind here. You know, it is for most of us, but it's a positive, it's like passive income, and the feeling that money is on your side and that money is a support system. It's a very positive feeling here. Maybe you're doing some money manifestation work. And we have the sun here as well, which I really love that the sun is here and here, kind of behind your back, like fueling you, or just being like the air under your wings. And we have the sun here too. So there's a lot of power within you that you're really awakening. Again, you needing to celebrate yourself, because we have the flowers here, which is like a gift of good tidings, you know, and it is holiday season, and, you know, we are going through that quite literally. But when I see it next to the great bear, I'm thinking you need to see your strength. You need to reflect on how far you've come and say, wow, like I really have just made it through so much. You know, it's not about being a survivor. It's not about thinking of it as the world not making you hard, because, you know, that can sometimes happen. This is more about that sacred inner child and the nurturing that we find there, and this beautiful connection to the earth and to the spirit realms. I mean, you all are really diving deep into this. I think you guys are. So let's just see what is going on and what is ready to be released. Perfect. So this says serendipity, merge with the flow. So this is what you're being called to do, is really practice surrendering. You can see that the vines sort of have the hand here, and they are like coddling her and hugging her. So again, with that nurturing and that feeling of, I want to say, being brought up. And it's not so much to say your childhood and your upbringing, it could be, but it's more about bringing yourself up, like the plants look up to the sky in order to have that sun sort of refresh them and bring them that peace and that solace. So let's see what is in your mindset now and what the universe agrees should be, what it is you're focusing on. So what are you focusing on for your goals? Movement. This is gorgeous, and it's kind of comical, right? We have this giant ostrich and they have like a world on their back. But the meaning here is your movements are colossal. Like, you have to understand your power. You're here to understand your power and how much you can impact the world around you. It's really an amazing gift. And we're all learning this. We're all awakening to this ability to manifest and to create and really take that seriously. And, you know, once we clear the old stuff and we move the stagnant energy out, what's left is this beautiful understanding of where we're headed and how strong that we are and where we're being guided to move energy. Because, I mean, the frequency and the energy of all things, it never goes away, it never dies, it just transmutes into something else. And you're being asked to really look at how vast the universe really is. when I see this card, I really think a lot about the Akashic Records, because there's this bewilderment to opening up that journey and to meditating through, almost like an astral projection. It's so clear and there's no doubt there. And it's just really an access method for getting to this bewilderment state, this state of absolute abundance and feeling that there's no lack, there's nothing missing, there's no puzzle piece missing, right? So this bewilderment here is kind of calling to you as you're going through this retreat. You may as well be researching and finding and diving in. So let's move into what is ready to be expressed, what it is that you are moving into to express to the world what you're here to do, how you're here to do it, and you know, that empowered feeling. What is the empowered feeling that you're going towards? Beautiful. Innocence. I really love this. It's like the water that trickles over the stone, and over hundreds of thousands of years, the water, even though it's so gentle, it makes such a big impact. And you Cancers, I mean, is there any other way to describe you? There is such a soft, beautiful innocence to you, and it just melts people's hearts. I mean, people will sometimes just bend to your will because it's like, oh, yes, they are so soft and so kind. I just want to help them. I just want to be with them and in your energy. So you have a very magnetizing energy. And when you bring this innocence forward and says, you know, let me lead you by example. Let me show you how easy it is to just have kindness and to just focus on this beautiful, you know, I'm laughing because the bottom of the deck here is expression, which is exactly what we're doing here. So this is about finding how you can express that innocence within you. There's something going on there that's very, very profound here. Okay, let's see now what your animal messages are. I'm going to pull a couple animals for you. And what energy is going to be assisting Cancer through this transit, through this awakening period, through what they're going through? What animals are assisting Cancer? Beautiful. So on the bottom of the deck, we have Stamina here, and this is the elk spirit. I love this animal and the medicine therefore, like that it has so much, because they're so confident. I mean, just with a wave of their head, they could puncture you and just be done with you. And then in terms of predators, you know, they just walk. They don't even have to run because they are so massive and they leave no trace of where they were. And then if they stand still, they disappear, right? So their message is stamina. Like it's not hard. It doesn't have to be something that feels difficult, right? Like running up a slippery slope is just no problem whatsoever for that elk spirit. So we're going to put him here as a wonderful reminder. And then the animals that are assisting you here, and I do flip my cards, I apologize. Most of them do not have upside down meanings, so I have a habit of flipping them. Okay, so you will know if it's positive or negative meaning, or opposite. So we have the bat, which is about rebirth. And we know this because we have the cycles, the sacred space, the retreat space of the Moon Lodge. This is the bat spirit as well. They reside in caves. They have this incredible ability to use sonar. I mean, they're just really this mystical creature that really don't have enough respect, in my opinion. And then we have the porcupine, which is very similar, right? They are a little bit known for negative aspects, but their message is innocence, because even though they could hurt you, they're not typically angry species. They're not actually aggressive. They don't, you know, put forth an aggressive demeanor. It's just, I could hurt you if I wanted to, but I don't want to. So again, we have innocence coming through twice. So very, very beautiful there. Now we're going to take a look at what it is that is your momentum as you're going about this change and this transition, as you're focusing higher and you are achieving new heights. Okay, transition. You're moved by the fact that you're moving. I love that. And we're seeing it with the cycles and movement of the medicine wheel. This is just an exciting time. And I feel like as soon as you embrace that this change is positive and we're moving into a peaceful new age where, you know, spiritual people are running the show and all of the wealth is in the hands of spiritual entrepreneurs, or, you know, whatever it is that strikes your fancy, you have the ability to be a part of the manifestation of that. So then you're just reminded the Page of Bows here would normally be the Page of Wands, which is all about creativity. It's about being a creative force. And then the stoat here is a bit of a feminine creature, and they live in and out of the water. And they're so, how do I want to say? They don't get caught, I guess you could say. They're very, it's like a weasel, right? Like weaseling in and out of situations, but in a really good way, in a scurrying type of way, like serendipity, which we see here, where it's like, oh, now you see me, now you don't. And we said the same thing with the elk, right? So it's a matter of getting out of difficult situations unscathed. That's how I'm feeling. So now we're going to see who's going to be, or what aspects of self are going to be propelling you forward. How should you be focusing as you move forward into this new age? This is beautiful. This is one of my favorite fire cards, because this is the creative really taking the lead. This is like a fiery, creative. Let's see, we have a 9. This is the 9. And then this here is a fire sign as well. So we have the Page and the 9 of fire. And I find that to be so beautiful. I mean, look at the sacral chakra here. It's ignited and it's open and it's ready to completely ignite the world. This is about radiating peace, love, light, all of those beautiful things. But this is about you recognizing your power and understanding how strong you really are as you go through this movement, which is literally a movement in the world today. Then we have the Sun Skull. I hope I'm saying that right, which features the dog here. We have keys and we have gold. We have that third eye that's turning into like a dagger. And this is of the earth sign. So this would be just like the Knight of Earth, or the Knight of Pentacles in the traditional tarot. But this is about loyalty. This is about trust. And it's about having that confidence in yourself to be a leader, to propel yourself forward, to be in that state of bewilderment and express what it is that you know. I feel like you all are just kind of beginning your journey of the manifesting, the law of attraction, the spiritual woo-woo stuff. So I'm just noticing here, there's a card that was left at the bottom of the deck. Yeah, and it's the Star. So this was left here, probably when I was shuffling, it fell out, but this is for you. This is that pole star. This is about your journey upwards. Again, with the Akashic records here, like just coming forward saying, allow yourself to be led. Allow yourself to truly see. And then express your findings. Like, what is it that you see when you're in that meditation? What is it that your spirit guide looks like? And if you're interested in those things, pursue it with all your heart. And in doing so, you're going to be rewarded. And rewarded quite quickly, I might add, because we had these two together. This is quick success, and this is financial success. So you have this fulfillment around you. You have a fiery passion around you, and the cycles and the movement, and you know, it's sort of asking you just I'm kind of hearing just do it. It's and it doesn't have to be one thing or another. I mean, it will be different for all of you, but expressing your true nature and embracing the flow of the universe and having that stamina as you go into this new creative force, whether it be an Akashic Records practitioner or it's NLP, or there's EFT tapping. There's so many different, excuse me, adventures for you to go on that helps you as you're on this journey here. If you're doing your healing work, your deep dive work, as you are kind of huddled down in, and it becomes this beautiful awakening experience. I love the colors here of the wonder and of the expression, because they both have this dark blue crown chakra. The crown and the third eye kind of is where I'm guided, and it just screams Akashic Records, because it's really all about that opening of the third eye and opening that crown and then traveling up and out. So if you're interested in that, I am a teacher of the Akashic Records. I will post some links down in the description. I hope this reading was wonderful for you, Cancer. I really enjoyed doing this for you. I hope it resonates. If it does, leave me a comment. I would love for you to like and subscribe, and I will see you all next time. Bye.